WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today, as you see, I have a bottle from the Scotch Malt Whisky Society, SMWS. It was given to me as a gift. Thank you very much, Henrietta, for this. And this is the German exclusive 66, that means Ardmore is the distillery, .158, the 158th. I'm bottling from that Ardmore distillery. It's a 20-year-old date distilled the 27th of May 1998. This was a refill bourbon hogshead. So hogsheads are basically, you take 5 bourbon casks, you disassemble them, you put the staves back together, you make 4 hogsheads. So out of 5 200, you have 4 250 liter containers or casks. You put new lids or bottoms on them, and then you fill them up. And so it was used as a bourbon cask, it was used as a hogshead, and it was a refill hogshead. So at least a minimum of 3 times used. I think actually the 4th time, who knows. So the region, of course, what Ardmore is hot is Highlands. This is one of 218 bottles from that hogshead, and it's bottled at 51.1%. Now, the very, very important thing is who picked this cask, and it is none other than Stefan Gabányi. Stefan Gabányi is a German whiskey legend. He's the guy with the sideburns that go down here. He actually wrote a book called The Shoeman's Whiskey Dictionary. He's actually has a bar in Munich. It closes during the Oktoberfest. It's called Bar Gabányi. He was in a Netflix series about bartenders, which I watched a few months ago, and he was given 3 different casks to choose from. He found this one the best. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nose it. First of all, give you his tasting notes and then my tasting notes, okay? He says it's a very well integrated dram, sweet smoke with marzipan on the nose, alongside this fruitiness of green apples and raspberries. Now, I don't get the raspberries at the beginning. What I get is I get a bowl of plums. You take the plums out, you put the canned plums, and you put vanilla sauce on top of them. My grandmother used to can plums. I, as a young boy, got to get up in the tree and then pluck them, or actually shake the tree until they fell down, and we picked them up and so on the sheet. And it was a very, very good thing. And she'd actually take out the stone, then can them, and then in the wintertime we'd have fresh canned fruit. And you put on the vanilla sauce on top of that, and then it's got a little bit of smoke in there, a tiny little thing. It's more of a pipe smoke than a cigar smoke, is what I said. I don't get the green raspberries. I don't get the raspberries. I don't get the marzipan. Marzipan is more of an almond type of moment. But I do get a vanilla with a nice little on top of the plums. Now, this is closely followed by tree bark. I'm not a great expert on tasting notes, but tree bark is not really up there in my top 10 tasting notes I want to have. All right, but he then does say dark chocolate with a touch of ginger. Ginger is always a little spicy. All right, good. I don't disagree with some of that, but I'm not really sure about the tree bark part. Sláinte. Cheers. Now, the 51.1% is a little hot. You should have some type of additive and subtractive maturation in a cask. I think this cask was tired. I think this cask was inactive. Not much going on for 20 years in that cask when it's still that hot. He says on the palate now, imagine vanilla cream in a cigar box. I had the vanilla cream, I had the vanilla sauce, demerara sugar, and ripe cherries, before a long and dry finish full of charcoal and salt. I get the salt, but I don't get the charcoal. There's a whiff of pipe smoke that comes by, but it's not really a Artbeg. It's not a Lagavulin. It's not a Lafroig. It's nothing like that at all. It's not a Kilhoman. And what I do get is I would have to actually add water here. And then when I dilute it down to like 46%, the sherries come through, which is really interesting. 1 second. The nose is actually much better as well. It's really weird because those plums turn into more of a sour type of ripe cherry note. We have sweet cherries and we have sour cherries, at least. And the cherries are more evident with the water coming in. And then there's a nice long finish. Well done, well done. This is a Germany exclusive, sorry, rare and exotic whiskies, 95 pounds. And now I've said this before, and I'm going to say this also in my English video. Why in all the world do I, as a member of the German Scotch Malt Whisky Society, have to pay in pounds? We have over 900, almost 1,000 members here in Germany. Sell your whiskeys in euros. The same thing with America, I think. I'm not sure if you're paying in dollars, if you're paying in pounds as well there. Please set up a system that we in Germany can buy German whiskey in, or the German exclusive bottlings only in euros. We don't have to have the exchange rate. We don't have to have it sent out. The second thing I don't like about the Scotch Malt Whisky Society, I'm not a member. I don't intend to become a member, at least in the next year or two. I have so much whiskey, I don't know what to do with it. It's coming out of my ears. I don't need to have further bottlings here from SMWS coming every couple months here for me. My personal position. The second thing is the outturn. I know it's single cask, but if there's only 200 and some bottles and there's 1,000 members and they all click, and now that outturn day is like click, 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 oh, I got one, I didn't get one. That's so frustrating. And I don't have a solution for the problem. Do you want to vat together 3 or 4 barrels to have 1,000 bottles in order to somehow help the demand? Sister casks are not always identical, but every once in a while you have then those that are almost like, okay, you have the 158 and 159, which have the same name almost, and they're almost the same, and so on. Maybe that'd be a solution. All right, good. Now, my question of the day, what is the Scotch Malt Whisky Society for you? Is it an exclusive club of these whiskey geeks that just talk about themselves and about their own whiskeys? Or is it a wonderful opportunity for people who have become intermediate whiskey drinkers to have the possibility to taste single cask whiskey, usually without a finish, sometimes with a finish, at cask strength, selected, and also that have gone through the tasting panel, which ensure that these whiskeys are actually not just drinkable, but excellent things. Now, I tend for the latter than the first. It is a little bit of an exclusive club, and people have been doing this now for many, many years. But those of them that have gotten used to the system really, really like the opportunity to get things no one else actually can get. And if you get in the higher ranges of the SMWS, you get these 25-year-old gold bottles, and those are so fantastic. Are they worth 400 plus euros? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Are they worth maybe 20 euros for a sample? Definitely. Yeah, and so I wouldn't go for the whole bottle, but I would actually hope that would be more samples as well. Also, that would be a good thing for the SMWS. Imagine a advents calendar just from the SMWS. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I think so. All right, that's my question of the day. Whiskey Jason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting unique, rare, and exotic whiskeys. I'm going to give this actually a C+. For the value for money, as I said, it's 95 pounds, which is 110 euros. I'm going to give it more of a C minus. If I were to be very, very honest, and I would just bring out one of my favorite whiskeys at the moment, which has a slight moment of peat, and that would be the Talisker 18. This runs around 90 euros over here, so about 20 to 30 euros less. And I just compare the two of them. So just a little drop, just a tiny bit. And I just smell it. Oh, I smell this. Okay. And I taste it. This is the most important part. Creamier, intensive, more of the coastal notes, more of the barley. Oh, longer finish. This is good. This is a B type of whiskey. This is a C type of whiskey. And this is a little bit of the problem. You're kind of buying blind with the SMWS. They, of course, guarantee that every bottle is excellent, but to be very honest, some of them are okay. Some are fantastic, and some are just not my flavor profile. They're not in my wheelhouse. And to actually get the opportunity to taste a standard whiskey, to go, oh, look, the Talisker 18, or the Glenfarclas 21, or the Glendronach 18. You just taste those and you just go, oh, they're so good. And you taste this, it's like, well, okay, but. And that's a little bit of my problem here. And if you ever do get a great bottle from SMWS and goes, this is what's fantastic, you try to buy it again, chances are slimmer than slim that the bottle's still there. Because, as I said, there's 218 here. Within a month, they're gone. Within weeks, they're gone. Within hours, sometimes they're gone, if they're very, very, very sought-after bottles here. And this is a problem also with the SMWS. Talisker 18, Glendronach 18, Glenfarclas 21. Probably you'll be able to find those in a good supermarket, or sorry, a good whiskey, a good spirits store there close by. So that's the question that I have. What's your personal opinion about the SMWS? What do you think about the Scotch Malt Whisky Society? All the best. Thank you very much. Henrietta, thank you very much for that sample. I was not asked for, but you sent it to me anyways, and I decided to do a video in German and English just for you. All the best. See you soon. Bye-bye.